Hey guys, and welcome back. It snowed like 8 inches last night. So today I am going to do a soup recipe that we haven't had in a really long time. It was from an old Greek restaurant in California, actually. So Josie said she wanted it the other day, and I said, well, look up a recipe and see what we can come up with. So this is Josie's Avgolemono.
With every start, we are born again. Open your heart.
Place 1 block or 8 ounces of cream cheese into a saucepan and melt over medium heat. Slowly add 6 to 8 eggs. Do this when it's still warm, not hot, so it doesn't cook the eggs. Whisk continually as you pour in 12 cups of chicken broth. Add 1 teaspoon of onion powder and 1 teaspoon of celery salt. If you don't have celery salt, you can use celery seed and just do a half a teaspoon. Then I added 1/2 teaspoon of regular salt and 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. I then added 8 packages of true lemon. If you don't have the packages, you can always use pure lemon juice. I added a splash of heavy whipping cream because the girls like it when it's creamier. You can leave that out. I then added 6 chicken thighs shredded from the broth. You want to stir that on medium for about 5, maybe 10 minutes to warm up the chicken and shred it. Here's the secret ingredient for the Avgolemono. Hard scramble up as many eggs as you need per servings. This was made for just me and one other kid, so I used 3. Cook them until they're good and dry, and then chop them up into little pieces with your spatula.
All right, so the soup is done. Bella has been stirring it for like 15 minutes. She's just making soup. I made these eggs because the original recipe calls for rice. Obviously, we don't do rice. So my replacement for rice is generally hard scrambled eggs chopped up into little bits. It's really more of a texture thing. So I do that. I'm gonna put a couple of scoops of that into the bottom of my bowl for my rice. Then I'm gonna come and get some of this soup. So now, it's a little hard to show you this because it's sideways, but now we've got our rice and chicken that's nice and hot and shredded from Bella stirring for 15 minutes. I'm going to attempt to take a bite of this without burning myself. But it's hot. I love this soup. It is very, very similar to a chicken noodle soup, like a chicken and rice soup, but it has a very subtle lemony flavor to it. It just makes it very light and refreshing at the same time that it is packed full of protein. With the chicken, you can use breast, you can use thighs. This is Bella's chicken soup for the soul. We did a package of like 8, maybe 10 chicken thighs. Exactly same seasonings as we always use. And this is, I want to say 6 of the thighs that I shredded and put in here, and then 12 cups of the broth that we had left over. I never liked this soup when I was eating standard American diet. Never wanted it. Every time we'd go out to eat, Josie's like, oh, I'm gonna get that. And I'm like, oh, it's so gross. And so the other day she said, I'm gonna make that. And I went, wait, can I try it? So now it is literally one of my favorite soups. Thank you to Josie for another great idea on a recipe. I hope you guys really enjoy this now that the weather is cooling down severely a lot of places all over the country. So thank you so much, guys, for checking in today with us. Please do all of the things, and we will see you on the way. So I keep forgetting to tell you, and I just remembered. I remembered to tell you. I have a Teespring store. There's not much in it. Hush. There's not much in it, but I am going to have Verinia start working on creating new merchandise. She just face-palmed over there behind the camera. Let me know if there's something in there that you are interested in, and I will have her create it for you. The link is down below. And then also, coming in January, I am launching a Mighty Network. If you don't know what that is, it's kind of like social media without the social media part of it. It is a group or a community where we can get together and lift one up and support one another. I was with the Steak and Butter Gang for quite a while. They have decided that come January, they're going to get back to their roots, and they are going to go back to super strict all-in carnivore. And y'all know me, that's just not really my jam. So it kind of accelerated my plans, and I decided to just go ahead, jump in, and start my network. I was gonna wait a couple of years, honestly, but I figured this was exactly the kick in the pants that I needed to get going. So it is going to be up and available come January 1st. It doesn't matter if you're keto, ketovore, carnivore. If you want to come and join us, you can come month to month if you want, or there's a yearly subscription. Whichever one is easier for you, please come and join us. Check us out. We're going to have coaches there all the time. You get to post in the Mighty Network every day. You can post multiple times. We can talk to each other and engage with just our group. And then we're going to have Zoom meetings weekly where you can ask your questions live in person to a coach that is there. We're going to have special guest speakers that are going to come in and educate us on all kinds of other things as well. So if that's something you'd be interested in, we would absolutely love to have you. We hope to see you there. That was 2.5 minutes of shenanigans. I have to touch it like as lightly as I can so that it doesn't shake the whole thing, but just enough to actually activate it. You're gonna keep stirring it for me?
Yeah.
Of course she's gonna keep stirring it for me. I always forget the utensil, always. Boof.
Wow.
Boof. He's.
Thank you for waiting until mommy was done.
At least he waited.
That was a good play.
That's the longest blooper ever.